All right. Thank you guys. My name is Dalton Stokes. I am a regional sales manager here for Access in Southern California. Um, I've been with Access for about 4.5 years. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a very high level generic um, kind of overview on Access. Uh, so we are a global company. We started in 1984 and we invented the first IM network to Canada in 1996 in Sweden. And now, fast forward today, we have over 3,800 employees in over 50 countries across the globe. Um, we enjoyed steady growth. We hit 1.2 billion in the U.S. In 2020, and then obviously the pandemic hit, but we actually enjoyed flat growth still through that, despite all the component shortages and stuff like that. So we do high volume, but it is obviously component demanding. So it's been a challenge, but things are looking a lot better right now. Most people kind of know us as just cameras, but we actually do a lot more than that. We're a full solutions-based company. Um, we do audio, intercoms, analytics, access control. So there's a whole network solution there. It's not just video. I mean, that's what's kind of got us famous. But we are definitely moved into a full solution company. And we do follow the strict two-tier model. So you kind of heard a little earlier about how that works, but we never go around our partners. That's basically the basis of Access and what has made us successful is our partner program. So we are the manufacturer. We sell into distribution, and we have our Access partner program of installers. We have over 1,500 in SoCal alone, ranging from very large integrators into smaller AV companies, and that's how we get our product out. We make sure they're trained, and so the quality installation, configuration, matched with our product set is the end customer the solution that they need.
How do you keep your system integrators up to date on the latest technology? The news come out, do you arrange for training or
Yeah.
they reach out to you?
Yeah, so we have a lot of different things. So we have our local marketing efforts. So we can push out virtual trains that they can do. That could push down from a corporate level. So they're very generic, high level. We also have targeted trainings at our internal facility, or we can come out to the partner's location. So if you have techs that are new on the team that need help, getting trained up on our newest analytics or any new products that come out. Yeah, we can do individual trainings. It's completely up to the customer how they do it. Yep. So just kind of a little bit about our focus areas. I mean, we're a very long-term focused company. We're not really in it for just a quick sale. It's really about the life of the product and making sure the end customer is getting what they need. And that's been the biggest focus for us. And that kind of comes along with the quality of our product. And that's what we're known for. We take a lot of pride in that. We make sure our products are long lasting, but also the technology is going to last as well. So, our kind of secret sauce is our chipsets. We design and manufacture our own chipsets. So, with that, took a lot of processing power, but also as we push firmware updates and software upgrades, it keeps everything running sharp and smooth, and any type of new tech that's coming out, you can run okay. Also, cybersecurity, obviously, that's a very hot topic these days, and it's super important, especially when we're talking about network. IT departments, it's a scary thing when they're like, "What are you putting on my network?" So it's really important to kind of discuss best practices. I mean, a lot of people, cybersecurity is more of a process than it is a feature set. You'd be surprised at how many people still have like root pass as their their security credentials on their devices. So, we've created a kind of an industry standard hardening guide, so basically following steps, but there are also feature sets like, secure firmware or secure boot and sign firmware to make sure that everything is good to go and checks out. And there's no malware. We're also very sustainability focused. We're shooting, so that's definitely a focus. And then I kind of talked about our partnership as well. Just kind of a brief overview. I mean, this is basically a snapshot of what our network channel portfolio looks like. I mean, you have the standard domes that you're used to, but I mean, we go all the way into explosion protected cameras, thermal heat signature cameras, multi-sensors. So there's a wide range of verticals and markets that we touch. Here today, I just have a multi-sensor, one that's running analytics and just kind of a brief visual with that one.
What's multi-sensor phone?
So think about 4 of those dome cameras up in one housing. So you have one cable drop, and let's say in an intersection in the hallway right there, we got a hallway that's going that way, that way, that way. Typically in the old days, you have 4 cameras set up to hit each one of those hallways. Now you have one cable drop, pop that in the center, and you can see that. Or on the corners of building, you can adjust it. So there's a ton of use cases, just about being more efficient and doing more with less infrastructure, cable, and stuff like that. We also have thermals, like I mentioned, super important for perimeter security, pitch black, people hiding behind bushes and stuff like that. You're not going to be fooled by that. You can have analytics, cross-line triggers, stuff like that. Also, kind of, I've touched on the processing power at the edge of our camera. So that allows us to run analytics on the camera. So you're not relying on a server to use, processing power to run these. So these are kind of our own branded analytics that we have. And then obviously for, things over that, you work with our software partners, like FaceMe. So we have an open API SDK that we give software partners, which allow them to design software that runs on our cameras, and we have a whole software program with hundreds of software partners providing specific analytics for wherever we need to go. Our cameras are kind of like an iPhone. If you think about it, you can download an app to it and then run it. We also do network. So we're finding a lot of use cases where being proactive with audio is important, especially in after-hours situations. Instead of having a roll up, get up the camera, see somebody on a loitering analytics after 10 p.m. on a Saturday at school, play an audio clip, tell them that security stuff or something like that. It's being more proactive and getting people to get a response as opposed to. So we have intercoms and access control as well. I could talk all day long about our catalog, and so I'm trying to keep it very light for you guys.
Wait, will you go back a slide? I just want to let people know. The intercom has a camera on it. That camera can use facial recognition and you can go
Yeah.
with some stuff. So all of these cameras and everything that they built in there, camera and a ping, camera and a card, multi-factor authentication, very quickly with these stuff.
And I mean, typically indoor stations, cameras aren't that good. But these are they're, people can actually pull them in as a new, video stream on their VMS. And it's like, okay, that's a legitimate fisheye camera, but it's actually coming from that door station. So it's not just kind of all right, we kind of see this person, high levels of WDR. So kind of those challenging scenarios where somebody's got hundred backlight behind them and it's a silhouette, stuff to see them. We have really good WDR to fight all that stuff in challenging light situations. And yeah, I mean, access control is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, we do our access control different, well, QE based. It's not like running back to the keyboard. So it's not suitable for all installations, but it's pretty perfect for, let's say if you got 15 doors, 100 credentials, it's perfect for that. So yeah, it's kind of a case by case.
I have the 81001 running back over there.
Yeah. So we're actually going to be in really the April. So in case you don't want to move forward.
I'm waiting for 1601.
And then the last thing I'll touch on is we have an Irvine access experience there. It's awesome. We just expanded it as well. It's in the Ernst and Young building here. It's on the 34th, but we have two separate rooms there, right in the first part of the lobby. We got over 100 cameras set up. Tons of other solutions, access control, audio. We have a giant training center. So we designed this place. It's basically just a really awesome showroom. And we have a little bit of an option back corner, tucked away. But yeah, this is truly designed for our customers. So if you guys have any desire to do that, feel free to reach out.
Another question, I mean, that slot machine?
We have access gold coins. So you can win those.
That and $5 and you can get lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
Not in California, but another place there.
Yeah, but other than that, thank you for doing it.